The stranger at David Morrison's door on Christmas Eve knew about the hit and run. He knew the victim's name, and when David looked into his eyes, they were glowing red in the firelight. Tonight, 3 documented Christmas nightmares. A security guard discovers something inside an abandoned animatronic, a cursed advent calendar that predicts death, and a holiday tradition that invited something inhuman into a family's home. These aren't fiction. These are verified incidents. Police reports, news archives, witness testimony. Each one gets darker than the last. And if you make it to the end of Story 3, you'll never answer your door on Christmas Eve again. Story 1. The Night Shift at Riverside Mall. Marcus Chen's flashlight beam shook as it landed on the inside of the animatronic Santa's chest cavity. Small handprints, smeared and desperate, pressed from the inside like someone had been trapped in there and tried to claw their way out. But what happened next changed everything. The prints weren't dusty or old. They looked fresh. And when Marcus lifted his gloved fingers to them, the metal felt faintly warm, like the machine had a heartbeat. 6 hours earlier, Marcus had been normal tired, the kind of tired that comes from saying yes to overtime because your 8-year-old daughter texted you a photo of the toy she wanted, and you didn't have the money yet. Christmas Eve at Riverside Mall was supposed to be easy. Lock the doors, watch the monitors, walk the silent corridors that smelled like sanitizer and stale cinnamon from the food court. At 11:47 p.m., he ran camera 4 like he always did, just to prove to himself he was being responsible, and saw the vintage Santa display sitting in storage area B, half covered by a tarp. Its painted cheeks cracked, its smile too wide, its glass eyes reflecting the camera's infrared like wet marbles. At 12:03 a.m., Marcus glanced up again and froze. Santa was no longer in storage B. It was now standing upright at the far end of the empty food court, framed by darkened kiosks and dead neon signs as if it had chosen a better view. He rewound the footage, expecting to catch a prankster or a maintenance worker, but the timeline showed nothing. One frame Santa was in storage. The next frame Santa was simply somewhere else, like the mall itself had blinked.